Good evening, everyone, and welcome FirstEnergy Stadium. Welcome to the pregame show as the Reading Fightin Phils hosting the Binghamton Ponies. This is a great night for baseball, and in the immortal words of Ernie Banks, let's play two. And that's exactly what the Phils and the Ponies will do tonight. Of course, this is a makeup for Wednesday's game that was postponed with the air quality issues. And so the Phils and the Ponies will play two in tonight's game. Binghamton coming in at 25-8. The Phils, after the win last night, are 21-32. Our pregame show, first pitch coming your way at 5:15 here in the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network, alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. And Jake, last night in the pregame show, we were talking with the skipper, Al Padrique, and talking to him about the fact that, look, you lost the first two games of the series, but the reality is you want to win series, every series, obviously, but specifically you want to win the series at home for sure. You win the series at home, you play 500 on the road, and you're probably going to end up being in a contention for a playoff spot when it's all said and done. And so that's the focus, and they still had that opportunity. You had to take care of last night, and they did. So they get the win last night. And now with a doubleheader on tap today, the Phils still are in a position that they can go ahead and win this series.
Yeah, and last night I think can be a good spark for this team, and really a good spark for this pitching staff too, because last night is arguably the best pitch game, maybe that Sunday against Harrisburg when they had the shutout.
Right.
Best pitch game of the season. But when you consider pitching in leverage situations, I think last night takes the cake for the best pitch game of the year, because Abel 5 innings looked really strong. Both then combined for 5 innings, and a lot of high leverage situations, especially Tyler McKay, who we'll hear from in a little bit actually, got the win, pitched 2 1/3 strong innings, including working out of a second and third jam with less than 2 outs in the 10th inning. So, look, the offense is there. Last night, it wasn't, but got to give a tip of the cap, though, to Luis Moreno, who was really strong over 7 innings. For kind of keeping the Fightin's bats quiet. But the bats they'll always be there. It's the pitching that needed a confidence jolt, and last night they got that confidence jolt. And you have a doubleheader today, so it sets up well for your pitching staff. Your starters can give you 5 innings. You're not going to burn your bullpen too much either.
And so last night was obviously Friday night's game, the walk-off win with the base hit by Carlos De La Cruz in the bottom of the 10th, exactly 2 weeks from to the day when Max McDowell did the same thing against Harrisburg on the Friday night game. And we were talking at that point in time, hoping that may be a little bit of a springboard, and it was, because they came back on Saturday, won on a walk-up again on Saturday, and then that Sunday 3-0 victory you talked about with the great pitching performance from Josh Hendrickson to set the table for that. So it was a 3-game winning streak for the Phils, prompted by that walk-off, and so now you hope that, to your point, it does carry over. But in that bottom of the 10th inning, it's always a very dicey proposition. Again, the baseball rules are now that extra innings, a runner starts on second base, so you already have a rally started. And the Phils did that. McCarthy Tatum comes up with a base hit. They ultimately held the runners. They got second and third. Madison Stokes hits a rocket, but unfortunately for him, it was right at the third baseman. And now you're at 2 outs, and what are you going to do? I mentioned it at the time. If you're Mariano Duncan, for the manager of the Binghamton Ponies, do you walk Carlos De La Cruz and go after Johan Rojas? Choose your poison. He opted to go after Carlos De La Cruz, and he made him pay.
Yeah, and De La Cruz hit one hard. Did hit off the glove of the shortstop in Young last night, but it's a base hit because he hit the ball hard, and when you hit the ball hard, you get rewarded for that. And they hit a bunch of balls hard that inning. And look, it's a team that the baseball gods haven't been in the favor of a lot this year, but it's a team that's deserved to win. You can argue more games than they have. So it's always nice when the karma can reverse itself and give a team that deserves some good fortune some good luck. I mean, you hope that continues tonight.
Yeah, and they just simply believe that they're going to figure out a way to score enough runs somehow or another. They never feel as if they're out of a game, and obviously last night was much more of a pitcher's duel, so they were clearly in every game. But they believe that they're going to come up with the hits that are going to get those rewards, and they're going to get the W's, and that the good fortune is coming their way, and they're going to get wins. Al Padrique said that last night. He said, yeah, I know I say this a lot, but I believe that we are just around the corner from turning things around and playing better baseball. And they have been playing better baseball in terms of the overall record. They've been playing much more around a 500 team over the course of the last several weeks. They're just trying to overcome a rough start. but they are in a position to just try to take care of business each and every night, but they believe they can indeed get it done. Jake mentioned that one of the outstanding performers in last night's game was relief pitcher Tyler McKay. He ended up getting the W. When we come back, Jake Starr spent some time talking after the game last night with Tyler McKay. When we come back on the Reading Fightin Phils Radio Network, you'll hear that conversation between Jake Starr and Phil's relief pitcher Tyler McKay right after this.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Los Luchadores de Reading, winners tonight 2-1 in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th inning. Much in large part thanks to the work of Tyler McKay on the mound tonight. Got 5 strikeouts and over 2 innings of work. What was the key to the confidence and the success tonight?
Just put it in the zone. I mean, let the guys do what they can do behind me. And, just put the ball in the zone and don't give any free passes, and that's been a big thing. Just get the ball zone, let guys make plays, and made it happen on the other end, so it was awesome.
Worked out a bit of a jam in that 10th inning. Obviously, the runner on second base, not much you can do about that, but given that situation, still able to work out of it. What was going through your mind throughout that frame?
Yeah, I mean, leadoff guy got on, tough play for Tatum, and then he comes back, makes a great play, got a strikeout, and then Rojas made an unbelievable play in center, as he always does, so it was great, and then we were able to get the win in the bottom half there, so it was good.
What's your thought process in that bottom of the 10th inning? You got guys on second and third, and you got Carlos at the plate with 2 outs. What's going through your mind there?
Carlos is going to get it done. Yeah, but next guy up, we had Sealinger in the bullpen ready to go, but Carlos got it done there at the end. So.
And just to finish up, the entire bullpen, the entire pitching staff today, and yourself included, was excellent tonight. Just 1 run, over 10 innings. What kind of confidence boost can that be just for the entire staff moving forward?
Oh yeah, I mean, great start by Mick. Guys that came in and after him cleaned it up, and I mean, just great performance by the staff, and hopefully continue through the rest of the series here.
Tyler McKay, congrats on a great outing. Congrats on a victory tonight. Catch up with you tomorrow. Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phil's fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phil's fans, see an Our Phil's road game, meet with an Our Phil's player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Welcome back to the pregame show. The Reading Fight Phil's the Binghamton Rumble Ponies getting set again for a doubleheader tonight. We talked about last night's game being a well-pitched game. Griff McGarry will get the start in game 1 for the Fightin' Phils. David Parkinson in game 2. Mick Abel got the start last night for the Phils and pitched pretty well. 5 innings, gave up just the 1 hit. It was a solo home run by Jose Peroza. He walked 3, he struck out 5 and did not factor in the decision. As Jake talking with Tyler McKay, he got the win and ended up getting a 7-out performance out of the bullpen. So a pretty good job by the Phils last night in what turned into a pitcher's duel after the first 2 games of this series were slugfest. Binghamton won on Tuesday night 10-8, and they won on Thursday night by the same score of 10-8. So we'll see how the doubleheaders fare today, because when you look at the pitching matchups, Jake, we've got a very good pitching matchup on tap for game 1. 2 of the top prospects in each of this respective farm systems for the Phils. Griff McGarry, the number 3 prospect in the Phillies organization. The Rumble Ponies, the AA affiliate of the New York Mets, will bring Dom Hamill to the mound, and he is their number 7 ranked prospect. So the Phils and the Mets have their eyes on this matchup for sure.
No, it should be a great matchup. Maybe we're in for another pitcher's duel like we had last night. But what we really missed out on is Mike Vassell gets to start in game 2. Would have been a matchup between 2 former Virginia Cavalier teammates, but we'll have to settle for former Cav McGarry in game 1 and another former Cavalier in Vassell in game 2. But now I'm really excited for McGarry and Hamill in game 1. And look, we talk offense is exciting too, but look, you have your fans that they love offense, fans that love pitching. Why not both? You know, games like last night have a beauty to it the same way the games like the first 2 of the series, the 10-8 ones do. That's what is unique about baseball. But yeah, super excited just to watch 2 really good, 2 really highly touted pitchers as well tonight.
Dom Hamill was the Mets minor league pitcher of the year last year, spread over 2 levels. He was at St. Lucie, their Class A affiliate, same league as the Clearwater Threshers are for the Phillies, and then at high A level Brooklyn, same level and the same league as the Jersey Shore Blue Claws. And over those 2, he made a combined 24 starts, was a combined 10-3 with a sub-4 ERA with 145 strikeouts over those 2 levels. So he obviously is a guy who can strike people out. Pretty good control for a guy who gets a lot of strikeouts. So we'll see how the Phils will attack him. He was a 3rd-round draft pick of the Mets in 2021. Same draft that the Phils took Mick Abel in round number, actually Mick Abel was in 2021. It was McGarry who was selected in 2021 in the 5th round. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's time for starting lineups and first pitch, Phils and Rumble Ponies.
Can't make it to the ballpark? The Our Phil's radio network has you covered. Legendary Berks County broadcaster Bob McCool is joined by Jake Starr, and they'll bring you radio coverage of all 69 Our Phil's home games in 2023. Tune in on the Fightin' Phil's YouTube channel, Twitch account, Facebook page, or at ourphils.com/radio.
The Savage Auto Group Ram Club puts you close to the action on the field, with seating in the front 2 rows located directly behind the Fightin' Phil's bullpen down the right field line. Fans will enjoy terrific waitress service and have counter space for their food and drink. Fans can reserve the area for 36 people or book any amount of tickets.
Keep up with everything Our Phil's on social media. Follow us for exclusive content such as highlights, interviews, features, and much more. Find us on Twitter at Reading Fightins, on Instagram at Fightins, on Facebook by searching Reading Fightin' Phil's, and even on TikTok. Keep up with one of the mostly followed teams in all of minor league baseball on social media.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium, the Phillies and the Ponies. That's the Binghamton Rumble Ponies, the AA affiliate of the New York Mets, who are 25-28, taking on the Reading Fightin Phils 21-32 going into tonight's game. Again, tonight, a doubleheader. Game 2 scheduled to start in 30 minutes after this one ends, and it will continue on for the show here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Mega Blast fireworks to follow tonight's doubleheader here in Baseball Town. Alongside Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. It's time for us to take a look at our Golden Oaks landscaping starting lineup for the Rumble Ponies. It'll be Matt Rudick right back in the leadoff spot as he has been throughout this series. Batting in the 2 spot is Rowdy Jordan. Batting third is in left field tonight, Luke Ritter. Batting in the cleanup spot is third baseman Jose Peroza. Batting fifth and again in the designated hitter spot is Brendan McElwain. And batting sixth is Augustin Ruiz. He's in right field. Batting seventh is the catcher Matt O'Neill. Getting his first start in this series at first base tonight is Jose Mena. And batting ninth is the shortstop Wyatt Young. And again, they will be facing a right-handed pitcher for the Fightin Phils, Griff McGarry.
McGarry making his 5th start of the year for the Fightin Phils. Actually, 6th start, excuse me. He has a 4.97 ERA across 12 2/3 innings pitched, and was roughed up pretty bad last time up. Gave up 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned against New Hampshire after being really good his prior starts. But we'll see how stretched out he is today. Through 77 last time, so probably reasonable to expect probably in the 80-85 range. And had this conversation with actually the Binghamton announcer on their pregame show a little bit earlier. Like we talked about with Abel last night, thing like McGarry, he's been so good so far this year up until last start. How does he respond? Had some extra time off, 10 days between starts for McGarry. We'll see how he looks.
Defense behind Griff McGarry, Ethan Wilson is in left field. Johan Rojas back is in usual spot in center field. McCarthy Tatum is in right field tonight. Nick Podko gets started first. Oliver Dunn at second. Madison Stokes again at short. Matthew Kroon is back at the third base spot. And Max McDowell behind the plate. Carlos De La Cruz will be the designated hitter tonight and still in the lineup for the Phils. And our first pitch delivered by Griff McGarry is over for a called strike one on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And facing Matt Rudick, among the leaders in the league in hitting at .311 as he stands in. 0-1 pitch, ripped foul and into and off the net over the top of the Phil's dugout. Rudick had a 8-game hitting streak snapped last night, 1-0. He's now 3 for 12 in this series. And behind an account at 0-2, Matt Rudick will call timeout.
Wow.
It's become a theme of this series.
It's become a theme. We got to start keeping track eventually, but
they stat everything else in baseball. Why not that
true?
Too? So here is the 0-2 pitch coming from McGarry. Takes a long look at his catcher Max McDowell, and comes with a breaking ball that's way inside. Rudick lays off.
Beautiful day. Probably the best weather we've had so far this series, when you consider lack of precipitation and lack of haze. We have clear skies, some clouds, but visibility is great too. So can't argue with the weather today, especially if you're going to play 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and Rudick will foul this one down the third baseline. Matthew Kroon will give it a chase, and he'll make a great over-the-shoulder catch. And that is out number 1 here in the first.
First of all, great catch by Kroon. Second of all, I don't know if you noticed, Kroon dropped his head for a second to see where on the field he was and how far from the wall he is. Because if you remember the other night, Kroon, hard collision into the right field wall, did not realize how little room he had left on what ended up being a home run, which I know I said off the bat looked like a routine fly ball.
This will bring our Rowdy Jordan. Jordan, a switch hitter batting left. He hits one into shallow right. McCarthy Tatum broke back. Now he breaks in and hangs up long enough for him to recover and make the catch for out number 2.
Nice job by McGarry there. Goes a fastball at 95. Gets it in on the hands to Jordan, and 2 up, 2 down quickly. But here's the ever so dangerous Luke Ritter.
Well, Jake Starr gave you the weather forecast, but he doesn't give you as good a one as EPAW Weather Consulting, source in public and private forecasts in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and northern eastern Maryland. Game time temperature of 82 degrees as Luke Ritter takes one for a ball to start. Wind at about 10, 12 miles an hour, and as per the norm here at FirstEnergy Stadium, blowing out to right field. Ritter with 11 home runs, 24 RBIs. Phils finally held him in check last night, and in a big way, 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Jake said he had been blistering hot coming into this series and continued for the first couple games of this series. 2 balls and no strike as McGarry comes back with his pitch, and he cannot catch up with the high fastball, and now it's 2-1.
Yeah, climbs the ladder up and in to the righty with 96 on the gun.
So now 2 balls and a strike to the number 3 hole hitter in the Ponies lineup. That one misses up high, and Ritter lays off, and now it's 3 balls and a strike. Ritter in the 11 games prior to last night had been hitting .375 with 8 home runs and 17 RBIs. 3-1 pitch to him, fouled it out, fouled it back and out of play. So frustrated in last night's game that it included not just the strikeouts, but at one point swung so hard he actually hurt his wrist coming up empty on an off-speed pitch. Now it's 3-2 to Ritter. Over for a called strike 3, and the strikeout run continues for Ritter. McGarry retires the Ponies 1-2-3 in the top of the first. When we come back to Baseball Town, the Phils take the plate for the first time.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are made.
Time for our Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes again is the leadoff man. Carlos De La Cruz, who had the game-winning hit last night, back in the 2 spot. Johan Rojas in center field and batting third. Oliver Dunn in the cleanup spot. Matthew Kroon again is in 5th in the 5 hole. Ethan Wilson is 6th. Nick Podkill is 7th. But Al Padrique's gone with that top 7 all the way through this series as Stokes slaps one back towards the middle. Wyatt Young with the off-balance throw, and a nice job at first base by Jose Mena to come off the bag and make the tag, and Madison Stokes is retired on the first pitch of the game.
Yeah, Young took a couple of seconds to get that one out of his glove. Kind of had some trouble with the exchange, but look, if you're going to miss a throw, you want to miss it on the inside side of the bag so the first baseman can catch and then spin for the swipe tag.
So the 8 and 9 hole hitters, it is the change in the lineup tonight. That's McCarthy Tatum and Max McDowell batting 8th and 9th for the Phils as Carlos De La Cruz takes one for a called strike. Al Padrique, the manager for the Fightin' Phils, in the third base coaching box. Ray Ricker in the first base coaching box. The 0-1 pitch to De La Cruz is a bit low. and now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. De La Cruz with the 2 RBIs last night, a 3-hit game last night. He's now 7 for 15 in this series, and riding a 15-game hitting streak as he steps to the plate. The third pitch from Dom Hamill misses inside. It's 2-1. That one's way up high. Now it's 3-1 to De La Cruz.
Dom Hamill making his 11th appearance, 10th start of the year, 2-3, a 5.44 ERA. He allowed 6 earned over 4 innings at Altoona back on June the 2nd.
3-1 pitch, and De La Cruz cannot catch up to the fastball. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hamill with a fastball in and around 93, 95. That's exactly what that fastball was that De La Cruz missed. So now the count is full. And that's low ball 4. De La Cruz continues to find a way to get on base. 1 out walk will bring up Johan Rojas.
Make that a 25-game on-base streak for Carlos De La Cruz. Obviously, also has the 15-game hitting streak, so we'll see if he can continue that trend today.
Dom Hamill, 24 years of age, drafted by the Mets 2021 in a 3rd round out of Dallas Baptist. He faces Johan Rojas, who's 6 for 13 in this series after an 0 for 4 last night. First pitch, over for a called strike 1. Rojas at 296 overall in the season, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. Team leader in stolen bases with 18. 0-1 pitch into dirt. Nice block by Matt O'Neill to keep De La Cruz at first base. But as we've talked so much about Johan Rojas over the course of this season on our broadcasts, he can impact the game in a lot of ways. And last night he might have been 0 for 4, but he impacted it big with his glove with a tremendous catch in the top of the 10th to deny the Ponies a chance to take the lead. 1-1 pitch to him. De La Cruz takes off. Rojas swings at it. They don't get the throw to second because De La Cruz took off. So they get the force out on Rojas, and De La Cruz moves up to second.
Looked like they had a hit and run in order, and that may have saved De La Cruz from something we talked about, another double play. Leads the team with 6 ground into double plays this year. Hamill fielded it, looked to go to second, but De La Cruz is pretty much almost there. So basically serves as the same as a sacrifice bunt, and now tonight's Sheets RBI guy Oliver Dunn has a chance to deliver early.
He's got a 6-game hitting streak coming in with his base hit last night. First pitch to him is up high for a ball. Originally that ball was ruled an error, but in hindsight, the official scorer changes it to a base hit. So that allows Dunn to keep that hitting streak alive at 258 as he stands in. Dom Hamill comes with his 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball and just misses. So now it's 2-0 to Dunn. Oliver 3 for 11 in this series. On base percentage among the league leaders because of the number of walks that he has incurred. And a lot of that has come over the last couple of weeks. 2-0 in this particular at-bat right now. Big swing, no contact at the high fastball. Now it's 2-1. Hamill does mix 4 pitches in there. He's got a curveball, slider, and change. And the fastball and slider his best, and the slider may be the best of all of them. 2-1 pitch coming now to Dunn. And that's over for a called strike 2. Dunn, I think, believed that that pitch might have been a bit low, so now it's 2-2. Ethan Gorsak behind home plate tonight. Austin Snow is at first. Tyler Whitty is the third base umpire. 2-2 now to Dunn. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Phils are retired in the first. No runs, no hits, 1 man left through 1 complete at FirstEnergy Stadium. Rumble Ponies nothing, Fightin Phils nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phil's mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot-making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. Top half of the second inning in a scoreless baseball game. Again, this is game one of a doubleheader, so 7 innings of baseball in minor league baseball for the doubleheaders. Riff McGarry back to work to start the second, facing Jose Peroza, who was responsible for the offense for the Rumble Ponies last night. Solo home run. The only hit given up by Mick Abel in his 5 innings of work. 1-0 pitch is a fastball up high that Peroza checks his swing. They'll appeal and say he did not go around. So it's 1-1 to Peroza. Last night, the first game of this series that Peroza played. Hitting at 288 now after that 1 for 4 last night. The home run, his 7th of the season. That's outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Tied with Matt Rudick for team high in RBIs with 28. Big swing, no contact. Can't catch up to the high fastball from McGarry. Now has the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Peroza will call timeout. Peroza, a native of Venezuela, signed as an international free agent by the Mets in 2016. Last year played the entire season at High A Brooklyn. Only hit 8 home runs last year. He's got 7 already this year. That one's way up high and outside. It's 3-2. Big dude. He's 6'1", 220. He's played a nice third base last night too. Made a couple of nice plays. Gary's 3-2 pitch. Fouls that one out of play.
So a guy went up for the one-handed catch with his right hand, had it for a second, then it popped out, drew some oohs and ahs, but unlike a ballpark an hour and a half southeast of here, did not get booed like if it was at a Phillies game.
Jose Peroza right back to work on 3-2. Swing and a miss, do-right 3. And again, the high heat from McGarry leads to another strikeout, his second.
I mean, look, it's still very early, but just from watching McGarry from afar, he always has a certain type of confidence and swagger about him. But today it seems a bit more than usual, which you're seeing the results. It just feels like he feels good, and you can see it in his body language today.
Here comes Brandon McElwain. And first pitch, breaking ball, and he's way out in front. You mentioned it early on that he was roughed up in his last outing, and the Phillies ultimately decided to give him a little bit of extra rest. And so he's 10 days among starts. And this one back through the middle, slow roller. Madison Stokes will make the play, the off-balance throw, and Podkill will make a nice play at first base for out number 2 here in the second.
Yeah, nice job all around. McGarry throws a off-speed pitch to get a slow roller. Stokes makes a nice play. Feed's a bit low, but Nick Podkill, as Al Padrique likes to work on with his first baseman, digs it out with the backhand for out number 2.
Podkill's really done a nice job playing at both first and third base, but he's a very good defensive first baseman. As Augustin Ruiz steps into the batter's box now for the Ponies. 2 down here in the inning. First pitch, again trying to get him a chase fastball, but he missed it outside. Ruiz 2 for 13 in the series. He's got long ball potential. He's got 7 home runs on the year. The wind blowing out to right field, a big left-handed hitter. Does it check his swing, but the home plate umpire says called strike 2. Ethan Gorsak pumps him up. So it's now 1-1 to Ruiz. Ruiz is a big dude at 6'2", 215. That one misses a bit low. And now it's 2 balls and a strike. Yeah, after his last appearance at home, we had both Al Padrique and Max McDowell on our pregame show, and they both referred to his stuff, meaning Griff McGarry's stuff, as electric. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
That was a fastball, 96, but had some very late life to it. Kind of buried itself underneath the hands of Agustin Ruiz.
So now he's got him in a 2 balls and 2 strike count with 2 down here in the inning. This one fisted foul and drifting out of play. Yeah, that was a lot of what Max McDowell, who obviously catches him on a pretty regular basis and is behind the plate tonight as well, talked about. That it's the movement on the fastball. 96, 97, 98 miles an hour in a fastball. That's pretty much just about almost every pitcher in baseball these days. It's the movement on that fastball that makes him different. And this is a time called. Is it time called or is it a pitch clock violation? Nope, must have been a time called by Ruiz. So he steps out of the box. So it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defense plays him pretty well straight away, and the outfield plays him pretty deep. Can't quite get that fastball over the plate. It's up high. Now the count is full. Gary doesn't like the baseball, so he tosses it aside. Gets a clean one, and it goes back to work. 2 down, top half of the second. 3-2 pitch. And a good job again by Ruiz to stay alive. Just got a piece of it.
Thank you, CPA.
Good crowd expected tonight. Fans are still filing in. The gate was open actually a little earlier than the Phils were anticipating. But we're going to open the gates at 4:45, but there are enough people lined up that they open up the gates early, let everybody in, and get settled in. 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, and strike 3, and McGarry ends up with 2 more strikeouts here in the second as the Ponies go 1-2-3. When we come back, bottom half of the second inning, Phils and the Ponies are scoreless.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay?
Bottom half of the second inning presented to you by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. As the Phils come to the plate here in the bottom half of the second inning, Matthew Kroon, Ethan Wilson, and Nick Podko due up for Al Padrique's crew in a 0-0 tie. Game 4 of this 6-game homestand that will finish up tomorrow at a 5:15 start here at America's Classic Ballpark. Matthew Kroon batting at .313 on the season. First pitch to him is a ball. The second one is ripped, but hooking foul and into the Binghamton bullpen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Time for us to take a look at the Phil's team leader, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias. And Matthew Kroon, now the team leader in batting average, has his average at 313, having a hot series. Takes this one for a ball, 2-1. It's today's cross-country mortgage loan officer, Johanna Arias, our Phil's team leader. You can contact Johanna at 484-554-9969. Bruins 7 for 12 in this series. It takes one for a called strike. And it's now 2-2 to the Phil's leadoff man here in the second. Field plays him straight away. The defense, the outfield pulls him around, but he cannot come up with the off-speed pitch. Good pitch there by Dom Hamill, and that's strikeout number 2 for Hamill.
A nice job by Hamill pulling the string on Crew and has him just swing right over it for strike number 3. I mean, early returns, both pitchers are looking good today.
And that's the curveball from Hamill. 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, curve, slider, and change. As left-handed batter Ethan Wilson steps to the plate. And first pitch to him is a ball. Wilson just 2 for 12 in the series, but one of those was a big one, a 3-run home run a couple of nights ago. 1-0 pitch hit hard towards first. Mania, the first baseman, down on a knee, will make the play all by his lonesome. That's 2 down here in the second.
So Rob Thompson in the Phillies game just got ejected. Doing some research here, as in looking it up on Twitter. Apparently the umpires took issue with the amount of baseballs Aaron Nola was throwing away and asking for new ones. So I guess they denied him a new one, and Rob Thompson was not happy about it, had some choice words, and yeah, got rung up.
That's an interesting perspective on
things to get ejected for.
Things to get ejected for, or umpires to be offended by. What do they care how many balls it is? It's a Phillies home game. It's not like he's costing the Dodgers any money. Here's Podko 1-0, and now this one's over for a called strike on a curveball. It's 1-1. Yeah, and it's not coming out of the umpire's pocket in terms of how many baseballs there are.
Well, technically it's coming out of his pocket.
Well, it's coming out of his pocket, but not financially. 1-1 now to Podko. And that's over for a called strike. Podko suddenly in a bit of a funk with the bat in his hand. Now 0 for his last 10. And 2 for 13 in this series. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. That one's inside. And it's 2-2. Try to get the curveball again, but didn't break enough and stayed inside for 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Podko. Batting average now below 300 at 287 on the year. This one right back through the middle, and so much for the 0 for 10 as Nick Podko will get the game's first base hit.
Right on cue. I mean, Nick Podko, anytime he finds himself in any sort of a dry spell, A, doesn't last very long, and B, he just mentally is able to keep himself positive that he snaps out of them so quickly, and you hope a nice hit like that can do just that.
McCarthy Tatum now will bat. Tatum 2 for 4 in last night's game, including a base hit as part of that 10th inning rally that got the Phils the win in the bottom of the 10th on the walk-off. First pitch swinging and lifts this one straight up in the air in the infield. Looks like the second baseman, Rowdy Jordan, will take control, but he dropped the baseball. Podkill kept running. He's at third. Rowdy Jordan tried to make the catch over the shoulder, just kept drifting on him, and he dropped it.
Well, got to think that's going to be E4 on Rowdy Jordan, and that's exactly what the call is. So just, it was a tough play, but I feel like he kind of played it very nonchalantly.
That's why you run him out. And Podkill got all the way around to third. Tatum's at first now with 2 down, and Max McDowell will bat.
Jordan's 4th error this season, second one that's come while playing second base.
McDowell now will try to make them pay. Max a bit of a funk as well. He's 2 for his last 18 as he stands in. There's a pickoff attempt. McCarthy Tatum will dive back in without a problem.
Well, Podkill was able to snap out. See if his teammate Max McDowell can do the same.
First pitch over for a called strike at the letters. Can't catch up to the fastball. Now it's no balls and 2 strikes, and Hamill very much in control here with a mix of pitches he has.
Where you transition to that 2-strike approach, choked up on the bat, thinking other direction.
Arthur Tatum with a big lead at first. Swing and a miss, and McDowell is retired. Actually, a foul tip that the catcher Matt O'Neill holds on to. And the Phils are retired here in the second. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left, 2 complete in Baseball Town. It remains the Ponies 0, the Phils 0.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this. So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
To the top of the third we go. Matt O'Neill will lead it off for the Rumble Ponies. Mariano Duncan, the former Philadelphia Philly, is the third base coach for Binghamton. Jeremy Colonna is the first base coach for the Ponies. First pitch from Griff McGarry to Matt O'Neill is outside for a ball. O'Neill had played just 1 game in this series, did not play in last night's game. He's 0 for 4 in the series, 188 on the season. And the 1-0 pitch, fastball right there for a strike. Gary also 4-pitch pitcher, and fastball, curve, slider, and change as well. And it comes with a fastball at 94, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Fastball, curve, and slider are his best pitches. That one's over for a called strike 2.
Just hitting all of his spots. Inside corner, outside corner. O'Neill asked for time, which we can add to the conversation of times guys ask for time. In addition to 0-2 counts, there's a call they disagree with. They seem to take those extra few seconds to reset themselves.
So now McGarry has it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right back through the middle, but Oliver Dunn is right there, and he'll make the play from second base for out number 1.
Yeah, Dunn had it played perfectly. McGarry stabbed the glove at it to try and make a play, but it didn't matter. Dunn was right there, had it positioned perfectly. Good scouting report work.
So that will bring up Jose Mena. He bats for the first time in this series. Mena, 26 years old, originally from the Dominican Republic. Played last year at Brooklyn. First pitch to him is over for a called strike. And just recently called up to Binghamton after starting this season in Brooklyn as well. Gary right back to work. Misses outside. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. This one fouled straight back, and it's 1-2. Interesting watching McGarry before that pitch. He was adjusting the necklace that he wears and tucking that back in his shirt. He talked about that with us in the pregame show a couple weeks ago, where that's kind of his reevaluation point, just to kind of stop and think and compose himself a little bit. He did that after throwing a pitch out of the zone, and he comes back with back-to-back strikes and another strikeout as a result, with 2 outs now here in the third.
And he's just locked in right now, and one of the thoughts of being locked in is knowing, okay, when I need to take a step back and reset myself, and he knew that, picked up the ball, and did it.
So that'll bring up Wyatt Young. Young batting in the 9 spot today, as he's done throughout this series. He's done some damage in this series. He's 3 for 13 by going 0 for 4 last night. And this one back through the middle, but Oliver Dunn again is there from second base, and he'll make the play, and 3 up and 3 down for the Ponies here in the third. To the bottom of the third, when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, we remain in a scoreless tie.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with a unique vantage point.
Bottom half of the third inning here in Baseball Town, presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Proud sponsors of the Philadelphia Phillies. If you or a loved one has been injured at work, call 1-800-JUSTICE. Top of the order, and Madison Stokes will lead it off for the Phils. Stokes grounded out to short his first time up, swinging at the first pitch of the game. No runs, a hit for the Phils. No runs, no hits to this point for Binghamton through 2.5. As Stokes stands in, facing right-hander Dom Hamill. And again, swings at the first pitch. This time he'll roll it to Perosa at third. He'll make the throw across the diamond in for out number 1 here in the third.
Number 45, Carlos de la Cruz.
Hamill last year began the season at St. Lucie, and then was called up on the 4th of July to Brooklyn. He made 13 starts in St. Lucie. He made 11 starts in Brooklyn. A combined 10-3 between the two. Almost the same amount of innings as well, 63 in St. Lucie's, 55 2/3 in Brooklyn. A combined 145 strikeouts in that time, and was the New York Mets minor league pitcher of the year. First pitch to De La Cruz is a called strike. Second one is a swinging strike. De La Cruz, a base runner's first time up as he worked a walk, keeping his on-base streak alive. He's at a 15-game hitting streak as well as he stands in. 0-2 pitch is up high, and it's 1-2. Carlos, the designated hitter in Game 1 of the doubleheader here tonight. Again, if you're tuning in, Game 2 will start a half hour after Game 1. And Mega Blast fireworks to finish off the night here at Baseball Town. Swing and a miss, and De La Cruz is a strikeout victim. 4th strikeout of the game for Dom Hamill. And that'll bring up Johan Rojas, who tapped one back to the pitcher his first time up. Rojas had the batting average back up over 300 going into last night's game, but then had the 0 for 4. So at 296 as he stepped into the batter's box for the first time in this game. Johan actually calls time before getting into the box. First pitch to him. Swings it and fouls at it out of play. Rojas, the number 6 prospect in the Phillies organization. 0-1 pitch to him is just outside for a ball. Mentioned this earlier. He made a phenomenal running catch last night in the top half of the 10th inning. A ball off the bat of Matt Rudick. If he doesn't catch it, Rudick's got a 2-run double at least and maybe a triple. And Binghamton has a lead in the 10th, but instead, Johan Rojas ran it down in the gap at left center field right in front of the fence. And that ended the inning, and the Phils won it in the bottom of the 10th. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rojas. Here's a swing and a miss, and Dom Hamill ends up with back-to-back strikeouts to finish off the 3rd. We are through 3 here in Baseball Town. Got another pitching duel for you going on right now here in Game 1. It's Binghamton nothing, Reading nothing.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in Baseball Town. Visit ourphils.com/programs.
Top half of the 4th inning. We promised this one could be a good pitcher's duel, and so far through 3, it has been. I'll pass the baton on to my broadcast partner for play-by-play. Here's Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. It's the top half of the 4th inning. Like Bob said, a fast-moving pitcher's duel. Played 3 innings in about 35 minutes. Turn things over to the second time through the lineup. Matt Rudick, the leadoff man, leads off, working against Griff McGarry. First pitch over, just inside for a ball, 1-0. McGarry has faced 9, retired 9 so far tonight. The Phillies' number 3 overall prospect, Virginia product, deals the 1-0. It swung on and fouled back towards the Phillies dugout on the right side, 1-1. Matt Rudick led off this game with a pop fly to third baseman Matthew Kroon, who made a terrific over-the-shoulder catch. Deep in foul territory on the left side. 1-1. Swung on, fouled back, 1-2.
Talking with Al Padrique about McGarry beforehand, because based on his turn in the rotation, we expect him to be pitching in either Tuesday or Wednesday night's game. And he said that the Phillies organization just felt like he needed an extra day or 2 of rest. Again, he began the season in Clearwater with an oblique strain, so he was a late start to the season to begin with. But if that was the case, so far so good with the rest.
Counts 1-2 to Rudick. Here's the pitch. Curveball that just misses inside for a ball, 2-2. Rudick, a .309 hitter, 8 home runs, 28 RBI. The 24-year-old out of San Diego, California, played his college ball at San Diego State. 2-2, in on the hands, lifted foul directly behind home plate. And it'll hit the stanchion directly above us to keep the count 2-2. McGarry's season high in innings is 4. 3 outs away from that. And should trends continue, likely will eclipse that number. Counts even at 2. The pitch is a breaking pitch that misses arm side, 3-2. To Matt Rudick. Rudick, a 13th round selection in 2021. Had a torrid month of May at .322, an OPS north of 1,000. Digs in from the left side, lefty on righty matchup as McGarry works from the windup, first base side of the rubber. Righty deals, swung on and fouled off the foot of Rudick. He'll hop up and stand just outside the batter's box, crouched overhand on knees. Rudick, who sports the navy blue Binghamton Rumble Ponies road uniforms, gray pants, black helmet. Fightin' Phil's in the home white uniforms with red pinstripes.
They'll look a little different in game 2, though, won't it, Jake?
They'll be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in game 2. For game 1, though, it's the classic. The red pinstripes, Fightin' Phil's in script written across the chest. And they wear the red caps with the white F fist on it. Running Fightin' Phil's this year, the 10-year anniversary of the Fightin' Phil's, formerly known, of course, as the Reading Phillies.
It's kind of interesting. Rudick obviously is just kind of, that's the delay, a little bit of a trying to walk off the ball off his foot, but nobody's coming to look at him. I mean, nobody's come out of the dugout. The training staff, Mariano Duncan, now finally started to walk down towards home plate and now starting to backpedal. But nobody came out of the dugout to check on him, ask him if he's okay, could he stay in the game. They kind of let him out there on an island.
So Rudick will step back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top half of the 4th inning, still a scoreless ball game. McGarry gets a sign from McDowell. Set, the righty deals. Down low, ball 4. So that'll be the first base runner tonight for Binghamton. First walk issued by Griff McGarry as Rudick worked his way back from a 2-strike count. That'll bring Rowdy Jordan to the plate. Jordan 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to the right fielder, McCarthy Tatum. Back in the top half of the 1st inning. Hold again from the left side. Handful of lefties peppered throughout Mariano Duncan's lineup tonight. McGarry into the stretch for the first time tonight. Kicks and deals. Bounces a off-speed pitch. And McDowell's able to glove and keep in front of him.
Just looks like every once in a while McGarry's kind of the arm isn't quite coming through right. Almost like his release point is just his body's a little bit ahead of his arm, and that's when he's missing, or missing noticeably.
1-0. That one's lifted in the air out towards right center. Tatum got a late start, but he has it read perfectly. He'll diagonal his way back towards the track and make the catch for out number 1. And that'll bring Luke Ritter to the plate.
And in that pitch by McGarry, that obviously was over the plate, and Jordan hit it, not very hard, but it was a relatively routine fly ball. But the mechanics of McGarry look to be a little bit more in sync.
Ritter digs in, 0 for 1, a strikeout. Back in the 1st inning. McGarry, a deep breath, set at the belt. Here's the pitch. That one's outside for a ball. Off the glove of the catcher, Max McDowell. That'll be a pass ball. The 6th that McDowell has given up this year. And up the second goes Matt Rudick, so it's a man in scoring position with 1 out, and the count's 1-0 to Luke Ritter.
It wasn't a bad pitch. It was a little bit outside, but it just hit off the webbing of McDowell's glove and just trickled away.
McGarry comes set, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1 on an off-speed pitch. Clocked in at 86. Luke Ritter, who was swinging a red-hot bat before last night, had 8 home runs in his last 11 games. Counts 1-1. The pitch. That's another breaking pitch outside for a ball. 2-1. Ritter, the 26-year-old from Overland Park, Kansas, was a 7th-round pick of the Mets back in the 2019 season. Stands with an even stance in the right-handed batter's box. McGarry kicks and deals. That's on the outside and away. Count goes to 3-1.
Missing with that slider, just not right now throwing that for strikes. Pitch is starting at the plate and then breaking off the plate. And it becomes easier for a hitter to let a slider go that's starting on the plate, because if he picks up the rotation that it's a slider, realizing that it's going to break away from him.
Hitters count 3-1 to Ritter. McGarry set at the belt. Here's at second, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Was tipped by Ritter, back in the glove of McDowell. That'll run the count full. McGarry already 4 strikeouts tonight, looking for number 5. Season high is 5. That came at Somerset back on May the 17th. Amy threw just 2 2/3 innings, but looked terrific in that outing. 3-2 the count, 1 out. McGarry set and deals. Curveball, swing and a miss for strike number 3. Ritter's down on strikes for the second time tonight. And it's the 5th strikeout for Griff McGarry. Also the 6th straight at bat that Luke Ritter has punched out. Just not seeing the ball well at all right now. 2 outs for Joe Peraza.
You talk about a fickle game and what this game can do and why it is such a mental game. Again, Luke Ritter was blistering hot and has struck out now in 6 straight at bats since last night. Right now he's wondering if he can make contact again.
So here's Jose Peraza, steps in from the right side. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0.
And prior to the beginning of last night's game, the Phils were wondering whether or not they could keep the ball in the park off his bat. And now he's in the dugout trying to figure out if he'll ever make contact again.
2 outs in the inning. Peraza also a strikeout victim his first time up. The pitch. It's a breaking pitch down low. McDowell able to glove it and keep it in front of him this time. Counts 2-0. Now we'll get a mound visit between McDowell and Griff McGarry. Probably just to calm him down, give him a little bit of that mental reset that we talked about.
Yeah, Max McDowell may feel as if McGarry's rushing himself a little bit, maybe overthrowing some of the pitches. Again, Max has caught him, I'm pretty sure, each and every one of the outings he has thrown to this point. And so he's worked with him enough to know exactly what he might be doing or what he might be doing wrong, to be more precise.
2-0 the count to Peraza. Here's the pitch. That misses up above the belt for a ball. Counts 3-0. Peraza, 22-year-old, signed with the Mets as an international free agent back in 2016. A 286 hitter across the season so far, 3-0. Gets the outside corner for a called strike, 3-1.
Kind of interesting. Looked like he went with the slider there at 3-0. Peraza taking it all the way.
McGarry certainly going more off speed, second time through the lineup. Counts 3-1. I'll appear at second, 2 outs, the pitch. Climb the ladder with the fastball, waving a whiff from Peraza. Count goes full. 2 outs, payoff pitch upcoming.
Phil's pitchers have had some success with that, going up high and getting some of the Rumble Pony players to chase those high fastballs up high.
This will be the 60th pitch of the night for Griff McGarry. Here it is. That one's up in the air, out towards left center. Rojas ranges back, and he's there. Reaches up and makes the catch to retire the side in the 4th. No runs, no hits. 1 left on base for the Rumble Ponies. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, halfway home. Still a scoreless ball game on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL. Bottom half of the 4th inning, still a scoreless ball game. Middle third of the Fightin's lineup, 4-5-6 due up. It'll start with Oliver Dunn. First pitch to Dunn is a big looping curveball that drops in there for a called strike, 0-1. Dom Hamill back out, inning number 4 of work. We have an excellent pitching duel on our hands tonight. Next pitch is outside for a ball, 1-1. Hamill's allowed just 1 walk, 3 base runners overall. Other 2 coming via walk, and an error by the second baseman, Rowdy Jordan. The pitch, Dunn takes on the outside corner for a called strike. Count goes 1-2.
So he goes from a 75-mile-an-hour curveball on the first pitch to a 93-mile-an-hour fastball on the next.
1-2. Low and away for a ball, 2-2. Oliver Dunn 0 for 1 of a strikeout. His first time up. 263 hitter. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Count goes full 3-2. Dunn was 1 for 4 a night ago. Included an infield single in the 6th inning. 3-2 to Dunn. Hits that one high in the air out towards shallow right, towards the line. Maina, the first baseman, goes out there. Joining him was Jordan, the second baseman, Ruiz, the right fielder. None of them can collect it as it lands right between all 3 of them at the mound in the Phillies bullpen.
And the Phillies bullpen didn't move an inch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys sitting on chairs, and the ball landed about 3 feet from them, and 3 Binghamton Rumble Pony players were coming in their direction, and they didn't move, they didn't flinch, they didn't look, they didn't blink, and obviously didn't say a word to any of them to help them out.
3-2 again. That's up and away ball 4. Dunn works a leadoff walk. Second walk issued tonight from Dom Hamill. That'll bring Matthew Kroon to the plate.
This is what you want from the coaching standpoint as well, with these 2 pitchers going after one another with a doubleheader. You don't want to tax your bullpen knowing you got another 7 innings to go. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th. Both bullpens are very, very quiet.
Kroon steps in from the right side. First pitch is fouled off the knob of the bat, 0-1. But like you said, Bob, this is best case scenario probably for both coaching staffs, because you look at a night like last night, the game didn't start till 8:34 at night, but you played 10 innings too. Granted, Binghamton only used 2 pitchers, Reading used 4. So it's not like both teams' bullpens were incredibly taxed. Here's the 0-1, and Kroon that time hits him in the hand.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it looks like it hits him in the knob of the bat, so it's fouled 0-2.
Both times he tried to check his swing, and both times hit the knob of the bat. So Matthew Kroon is 0 for 2 in a bad way. Try to check his swing in both cases.
It's 0-2 the count now to Matthew Kroon. But still, nonetheless, you're playing 3 games in the span of about 24 hours. Here's the 0-2. That's on the outside corner of the fastball, called strike 3. Kroon's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight, and the 6th punch out for Dom Hamill. That'll bring Ethan Wilson to the plate. It's been a wild, wacky, crazy week. Tuesday we played, but the haze and smoke rolled in towards the end of the night. Wednesday was postponed because of the haze. Thursday looked to be in doubt for most of the day, as air quality was north of 300. Throw over towards first, diving back in safe as done. And then it cleared just enough at night for us to play Thursday. Friday, last night, had an hour-and-a-half rain delay, then played 10 innings. Game didn't end until after 11 o'clock at night. And today you play a doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-0. We'll see if tomorrow can be just a nonchalant, casual day.
Normal sunny Sunday.
Sunny Sunday, you get here, you know you're playing a 5:15 and you're playing just 1 9-inning game. Nothing crazy. Then, of course, a day off, and we do it all again here at FirstEnergy Stadium next week. 1-0. Low and away to the lefty Wilson, 2-0.
We go from Rumble Ponies to Yard Goats.
You looked up the definition of a yard goat, didn't you?
I did indeed. It's a vehicle that's used on rail yards, transports train cars around. And the
carousel to a train car.
Correct. The stadium that Hartford plays in is right across the street from a train yard.
Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball.
So they pay respect to the railroad industry, just like is done here in Reading. The railroad industry, of course, a big part of the history of Reading, Pennsylvania. See that on a number of logos. The train now working on the rack sign in right center field.
Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, and Ethan Wilson will work himself a 1-out walk. So that puts runners on first and second for Nick Podkul. You know, growing up, the only way I knew what the Reading Railroad was was from playing Monopoly.
Of course. Mace Mark on the Monopoly board.
Reading Railroad. I can't name the other three. Was Philly Railroad one?
I think B&O was one.
B&O. Obviously, it's all the properties are all based off of Atlantic City.
Correct. So the railroads that would have come through Atlantic City, so it probably wasn't the Pacific. B&O for sure. Reading.
I don't know if if my dad's listening, avid Monopoly player. Him, my grandma, kind of got me and my brother hooked on it growing up. So we learned pretty quickly, but I think my dad at one point, I'm sure he still can name every property on the Monopoly board. I know Park Place and Boardwalk are the last two. Here's Nick Podkul. First pitch to him is driven towards left center field. Ritter races over. He's there, slides, makes the catch. Almost overran it, then had to reach back across his body to get it. That's out number 2, and that'll bring McCarthy Tatum to the plate.
Podkul hit it hard, and you're right, Ritter almost overran that, had to reach back across his body to make the catch, and did so at about ankle high. Hardest hit ball, the hardest hit balls off of Hamill both come off of Podkul. He had the hit. He almost had another one in the gap there.
So there's Tatum with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Still a scoreless ball game. First pitch to him is hit down the line in left. It is sinking in front of the left footer. Ritter, a base hit. Around third is done. Whole score. The throw goes to home over the cutoff man at third, allowing Tatum to advance to second. Wilson up to third, and it's an RBI single for McCarthy Tatum, and the Fightin' Phils strike first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, that's good base hitting by McCarthy Tatum. It's good base running by the Phils, and bad fundamentals by Binghamton, all rolled into one. Ethan Wilson's got good speed, and he decided to challenge Ritter, who had to run a pretty long way to go get the ball down the foul line, and Wilson challenged him. Ritter ended up throwing it over third base and to the cutoff at home plate, which allowed Wilson to get there safely and McCarthy Tatum to move up to second.
First pitch to McDowell, misses. Actually, it's in there for a called strike on the inner half, 0-1.
So this is a chance for Max McDowell to really make all of that pay off for the Phils if they can capitalize with allowing 2 runners to get in scoring position.
Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch to McDowell. Big looping curveball in there for a called strike, 0-2. So McDowell, like he was last at bat, quickly down to the count. Struck out swinging his first time up. One of 6 strikeouts Dom Hamill has tonight. The Mets one of their top prospects. Love another. Here's the pitch. McDowell skies it in the air, foul behind home plate. Count stays 0-2.
I'll give you one other piece of Reading Railroad trivia, Jake. So important was the Reading Railroad to the city of Reading. It is actually a street. 7th Street in Reading is actually the railroad tracks. But if somebody tells you they lived on 7th Street in Reading, they're lying to you because it's the railroad tracks.
Now, the more you know. 0-2 to McDowell. Another looping curveball. Just misses up and into him, 1-2.
You go to Santander Arena, that's on the railroad tracks. It's at 7th and Penn, but it's on the railroad tracks.
Been down that way a few times. Counts 1-2, 2 outs to McDowell. Fightin's up 1-0, looking for more. They got runners on second and third. Bottom of the 4th inning. Hamill deals. And that one hits McDowell straight into the helmet. Looks to be okay. Was an off-speed pitch, and McDowell gets hit again. That's a team-leading 10th hit by pitch this year. Breaks a tie with McCarthy Tatum. And the first Phil to get into double digits with the hit by pitch category. I don't know if that's a category you want to lead necessarily, but he'll take it.
Yeah, but you talk to Max, he'll just tell you, I'm a catcher, I'm used to getting hit. So he just ducked, but he ducked and it actually hit the crown of his helmet. So that's what that thing's there for, to protect your head. And
well, Stokes up in a big chance here with the bases juiced. First pitch. Try to check his swing, doesn't matter. It's a fastball in the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Stokes swung at the first 2 pitches, at the first pitch he saw in both at bats and hit slow ground balls.
Our Phil's just 2 hits, but they have the bases loaded and a chance for more. 0-1, up and away for a ball, 1-1. Both bullpens remain silent. Really no reason to ask the bullpens for anything yet, unless Hamill gets into some more trouble. It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs. The pitch That one is skied foul, right side out of play, 1-2.
Hamill's now at 63 pitches. There's a little bit of stirring going on in the Rumble Ponies bullpen, and to Jake's point, that if he doesn't get Madison Stokes here, if Stokes can do something here and advance this lead for the Phils, that may spell an end for Hamill.
1-2. Stokes skies it again, foul. Now there is action in the Binghamton bullpen. David Griffin, the Hanover, Massachusetts native, up and throwing. So probably a, in case of emergency, break glass type situation. Should this Phil's rally continue. No Stokes wants to, the 1-2. Curveball gets the inside corner, a called strike 3. Big pitch, big spot. And he gets Stokes down on strikes. But the Fights do get a run. They do it on just one hit. There were no errors, and 3 left on base. We'll go to the 5th, Reading up 1-0. Back after this on the Phil's Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sunsips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
We go to the top of the 5th. Reading Fightin' Phils now ahead 1-0. Still very much a pitcher's duel as Griff McGarry returns for his 5th inning of work. He gets 1 out. He will have a new season high in innings pitched. First batter he faces is Brandon McElwain. 5-6-7 due up for the Ponies in the inning. First pitcher McGarry. Fastball outside for a ball, 1-0.
Well, you mentioned that the pitcher in the bullpen for the Ponies, David Griffin, was there in case of broken glass. Well, the broken glass must be fine because he sat down after he got that last out.
Next pitch is a slider that McElwain swings over and misses. Counts 1-1. No action in the Phil's bullpen. Andrew Baker currently standing on the mound. Now squatting on the mound. Looks like he's stretching his legs out a little bit. Here's the pitch. That's another off-speed pitch that misses outside for a ball, 2-1.
And McGarry's at 63 pitches now. Again, this is, as we're talking about, this is an event that he starts to get into trouble, though just starting to move around a little bit, get themselves loosened up.
Here's the pitch. That one's an up shot behind home plate, and it'll land out of play foul. 2-2. I'm sure as you heard that bang hit on the stanchion directly above us. 2 balls, 2 strikes to McElwain. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the shortstop. His first time up. From not too far from here, Newtown, Pennsylvania. I have to think he's got some family here. McGarry from the windup and deals. Misses with a off-speed pitch outside, 3-2. McElwain, who 4 home runs on the year, half of them came in back-to-back games on the 2nd and 3rd of the month against Altoona last week. 3-2 the count, the pitch. On the outside corner of the fastball, called strike 3, the 6th punch out tonight for Griff McGarry. That'll bring Augustin Ruiz to the plate.
I'll tell you what, these 2 pitchers have really lived up to the billing of what their organizations like about them and why they're so highly respected. As Jake said, that's number 6 in the strikeout column for McGarry. Hamill now with 7 to get through 4. The only difference is the walks that got Hamill in trouble in that last inning by walking 2 that came around to hurt him.
Next pitch is in on the hand, skied in the air, right side of the infield. Foul territory. McDowell off with the mask in front of his own dugout. Tried to go underhand forward, and it hits the tip of his glove and hits the dirt. It's a tough play, but you know it's one Max will tell you he should have had. It's still a good effort.
He did everything perfectly right up until the end in terms of the fundamentals. Get up, you find it, have the mask in his hand, and then once you know where you're at, where you're going, then you get rid of the mask far enough away. And as he was going over, he just hit right around that on-deck circle and kind of got in between. Do I catch it with a glove up or glove under? And I think that indecision is what cost him.
Next pitch is skied foul. And count goes to 0-2. So nothing to the count, 1 out to Augustin Ruiz. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 7th strikeout tonight for Griff McGarry. 2 up, 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring Matt O'Neill to the plate for the Rumble Ponies.
And that's what McGarry was doing early on, just settling back down and going hard fastball up. And Binghamton just simply cannot catch up to it. And that's how he piled up some strikeouts early on in this game as a result. He's going back to it.
O'Neill steps in 0 for 1 tonight. McGarry has been excellent tonight. First pitch is over for a ball, 1-0. McGarry's allowed 1 base runner. It's come via the walk. Aside from that, Binghamton's bats have been silenced by McGarry. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Matt O'Neill last time out grounded out the second base. That was back in the top half of the 3rd inning. The pitch from McGarry. That one's down and away for a ball. O'Neill, a 185 hitter on the season. Morristown, New Jersey native. Here's the pitch. That's right down the chute for a called strike. O'Neill, a 20th round pick in 2019 by the Mets. McGarry worked quickly. That's inside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Griff McGarry. As we said, just the 2 walks have been the lone damage for Phillies number 3 overall prospect tonight. And that'll bring Jose Mena to the plate. There is also beginning to be some stirring and now throwing. Matt Seelinger getting loose in the Phillies bullpen. Griff McGarry up to 74 pitches.
And Seelinger actually got up last night in the 10th inning just in case. It went to 11.
Next pitch is a swing and a miss from Mena, 0-1. And once again, Seelinger is not pitching yet, just throwing. So probably just another in case of emergency situation should McGarry get into any further trouble. 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
This is a spot in this game where Griff McGarry just has to trust his stuff. It's a player who is new to this level and certainly not faced a pitcher that has the kind of stuff that Griff McGarry has. Just throw strikes.
0-2. McGarry set at the belt. The pitch goes slider low and away for a ball, 1-2.
That might have been just a case of trying to just overthrew that slider just a little bit, broke away.
McGarry peers in, gets a sign from McDowell. Set at the belt. 1-2. That one's fouled back off the netting behind home plate. Griff McGarry, 7 strikeouts so far tonight. Already a season high for him. He's also going a season high in innings as well, 4 2/3 currently. Without a doubt, his best outing of the year so far, after he missed the beginning part of the season on the injured list. McGarry set, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. 8 strikeouts tonight for Griffin McGarry. He has gone 5 innings, and the only base runners tonight have come via the walk. No runs, no hits, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Reading looking for more, up 1-0 on the Our Phil's Radio Network.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro and Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phil's, two great hometown partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-0 the score. Fightin' Phil's have the lead. It's been a pitcher's duel so far tonight, as Carlos De La Cruz will step in. First pitch to De La Cruz is a big swing and a miss, 0-1. De La Cruz is 0 for 1 tonight, a strikeout and a walk. Pitch to him. That's a line drive to left field, and it's just foul, 0-2 down the line. De La Cruz with a walk already. Extended his on-base streak to 25 games. Has a hit in 15 straight. By the way this game's going, could be his last opportunity to get a hit in this ball game. 0-2. Down and away for a ball, 1-2. The catcher O'Neill tried to frame it up.
I'm about to put a bit of a curse on the pace of this game, but isn't there a situation where the second game won't start before 7:30?
No, it's 6:45. We're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Okay, because I was thinking it was 7:30. I'm like, I don't know if we're going to get there, the way this is going. But still a lot of baseball to be played.
Yeah, pretty much was impossible for that to actually be a case.
6:45, absolutely.
Here's the 2-2. That's in tight for a ball, 3-2. Now, if we started this game at 4:30, okay, maybe there's a conversation to be had there, because we started this game. First pitch was at 5:18 at 6:32. It's an hour and 14 minutes through 4.5 innings. Pitch to De La Cruz. Skies it foul out of play right side. Count stays full. Here's the pitch. De La Cruz tried to check his swing, no appeal to first, and Austin Snow will say he went. So second time De La Cruz has been down on strikes, and Dom Hamill is his 7th strikeout of the night, and that'll bring Johan Rojas to the plate. Rojas 0 for 2 tonight. Been swinging a red-hot bat as of late. Was 0 for 4 last night, but 6 for 12 across this series. He's hit 400 over his last 5. First pitch to him is skied foul to the right side, 0-1. Rojas entered today hitting .296. That ranks 8th across the Eastern League. That one's ground ball towards short. Young charges. Couple of steps, throws across, and he gets the speedy Rojas out by about half a step.
Yeah, Young played that a little funny. As you said, he started to come in on it, and then as he got closer to it, he kind of took a step back to get a better hop, which is fine, but with Johan Rojas running, you don't have time to wait for a better hop. You need to continue making that charge, and so he got that throw over there. Rojas almost beat that out.
Oliver Dunn, the batter now. 2 outs in the 5th. Pitch to him is a curveball that gets away from the catcher O'Neill. Doesn't matter. Counts 1-0. Also, Matt Seelinger continues to throw for the Fightin' Phils. Griff McGarry at 79 pitches so far. So we'll see if McGarry gets a chance at the 6 or it's Matt Seelinger's game to continue. Pitch to Duns, a cue shot towards second. To his left goes Jordan. He'll throw another run. The first, barely in time. Very nonchalantly played by Jordan as Dunn was busting it down the line. That does retire the side in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Go to the 6. Our score, Fightin's 1, Ponies nothing.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit Burke'sCommercialRoofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous.
Top of the 6th, new arm in for the Fightin' Phils, and Bob will toss things back to you to introduce him to us.
It is, and indeed, an Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. They will bring in Matt Seelinger. So Griff McGarry's outstanding effort is complete. And we'll say this, only 2 men reached base against Griff McGarry through 5 innings. They were both walks. So Seelinger will take over, and he will face 9-1-2. Due up for Binghamton here in the 6th in a 1-0 game in Reading's favor. Wyatt Young, Matt Rudick, and Rowdy Jordan facing Matt Seelinger. He's done an outstanding job for the Phils since coming to Reading after beginning the season on a rehab in Clearwater. And he's now in a 1-1 count. He misses the fastball to Wyatt Young, and it's 2-1. Young grounded out to second base in his only at-bat so far. Phils with the run on only 2 hits themselves. They took advantage of some walks by Dom Hamill to get their run on the RBI base hit from McCarthy Tatum. That right now is the difference on the scoreboard. And it's now Wyatt Young battling Seelinger. He beats that one foul. Now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seelinger making his 12th appearance overall. Team best 0.64 earned run average, 14 innings, 13 strikeouts, 9 walks. Swing and a miss, and Wyatt Young goes down. Max McDowell was not able to hold on to it, but he simply tags out Wyatt Young, who had headed back to the dugout. And after McGarry struck out 8, Matt Seelinger strikes out the first batter he faces here in the 6th.
Matt Seelinger follows up what McGarry's done so far. 9 strikeout combined so far tonight.
So that will bring up the top of the order in Matt Rudick. He got 1 of the 2 walks against McGarry. Also popped up, fouled out on a great running catch by Matt Kroon to begin this baseball game. First pitch from Seelinger is low inside for a ball. Rowdy Jordan in the on-deck circle for the Ponies. Top half of the 6th inning. This one is over for a called strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. So after his worst outing of the year, Griff McGarry comes back with his best outing of the year. His night work is done. He can win it. He cannot lose it. Get his first decision, if in fact of the year, if in fact he can get the win. Now it's 2 balls and a strike to Matt Rudick. Chases a high fastball, and the count even at 2-2. 95 on the radar gun from Seelinger. Again, that's been kind of the catnip for this Binghamton Pony team, chasing the high fastballs. Seelinger, 28-year-old right-hander. Pitches from the stretch, as most relievers do today. Tries to get him to chase up high again, but this one's too high, and Rudick lays off. It's count of now a full count. Seelinger, originally property of the Pittsburgh Pirates, drafted by the Pirates in the 28th round in 2017. Was traded to Tampa Bay in 2018, traded to the Giants in 2019. Pitched predominantly here in Reading last year, and here's the off-speed pitch, and Rudick is way out in front, and back-to-back strikeouts now for Seelinger here to start the 6th inning.
Seelinger continues to roll, and Reading 4 outs away from a shutout. Yeah, a shutout. That's what we'll leave it at.
We'll just leave it at that. Rowdy Jordan now will bat. He's 0 for 2 in a game. Couple of flyouts, one to right, one to center. Infield plays him straight away. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. Outfield plays him the other way. And the first pitch to him is an off-speed pitch that misses for a ball. This one tapped, foul, high hop. Podkill goes up to get it. Race to the bag, and he'll win the bag. Nick Podkill goes high in the air to pick it and out races Rowdy Jordan to the bag, and the Ponies go 1-2-3 in the 6th. When we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium, it's insurance building time for the Phils, who lead at 1-0.
The Reading Fightin' Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family.
Bottom half of the 6th inning here in Baseball Town. Phils lead it by a score of 1-0. Again, this is game 1 of a doubleheader, so we're down to crunch time now. That's why I said going to break. It's insurance building time. Phils looking for some insurance run and what is a 7 innings of a doubleheader. Matthew Kroon, Ethan Wilson, and Nick Podkill will bat for the Phils. Dom Hamill stays out there for Binghamton. He has pitched himself a very good game. He's got 8 strikeouts along the way. And Kroon has been 2 of those strikeouts. Matthew 0 for 2 with those 2 strikeouts. The first pitch to him is a ball. Again, it's walks been the difference. He got 2 walks in this game, and then Mark Carthy Tatum made it pay off for the Phils with a base hit. The only run of the game. Kroon sails this one into shallow right field. Augustin Ruiz will head towards the line, battling the breeze, and makes the catch for out number 1 here in the 6th. Ethan Wilson was one of those walks in that 4th inning. Oliver Dunn started with a walk. Ethan Wilson then walked. And McCarthy Tatum with the base hit that plated Oliver Dunn for the game's only run so far. Wilson 0 for 1. Also grounded out to first in his 2 plate appearances, and the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. This one ripped and into right field for a base hit. Ethan Wilson with a big turn, and he's headed for second. The throw from Augustin Ruiz is not in time. Ethan Wilson with a hustle double. It was down the line and over the outstretched glove of the first baseman, Jose Mena. And give Ethan Wilson a ton of credit. He was thinking two off the bat, and he got it. And he made Augustin Ruiz hurry the throw. It was offline, and Ethan Wilson with a head-first slide gets himself his 10th double of the season, and now the Phils have that insurance run in scoring position for Nick Podkul. Podkul has one of the now 3 hits for the Phils on the afternoon. 1 for 2 overall. He also hit a hard line drive at left fielder Luke Ritter, his other at bat. First pitch up high for a ball. No action in the Binghamton bullpen, no action in the Phils bullpen as well. So it would appear as if Matt Seelinger will get the 7th for Reading as well as the 6th. Pitch slipped out of the hands of Hamill, and Podkul had a duck out of the way of it. Tried to throw that curveball, and it looked like it squirted right out of his hands. And Podkul had a duck underneath it. So it's now 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Podkul. McCarthy Tatum, aforementioned man with the lone RBI in this game in the on-deck circle for Reading. Ethan Wilson takes his lead off a second. This one tapped towards short. Young up with it, the long throw in plenty of time, and Ethan Wilson has to stay put at second base. So that's 2 down now here in the 6th. And McCarthy Tatum has a chance to do it again. Again, it was a base hit down the left field line. Oliver Dunn was able to score on easily, and then Luke Ritter threw it all the way to home plate and allowed both runners to move up. Phils could not take further advantage of it, but McCarthy Tatum with that base hit. Big swing here, comes up empty. The fastball from Hamill, 0-1 now to McCarthy Tatum. Tatum on base both times. He's also safe on an error in his first plate appearance. This one at the letters for a called strike 2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and the catcher Matt O'Neill will have to throw it to first and get McCarthy Tatum. So another strikeout for Hamill, his 9th of the day. Will be the 3rd and final out for the Phils in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left for Reading. We will head to the 7th. Phils need 3 outs for the W. They lead at 1-0 over Binghamton when we come back to America's Classic Ballpark.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Inside.
Back at FirstEnergy Stadium, Matt Seelinger facing Luke Ritter, Jose Peroza, and Brandon McElwain for Binghamton here in the 7th inning. 1-0, Fightin's on top. First pitch to Ritter in the dirt for a ball. Got a piece of Max McDowell. So our home plate umpire, Ethan Gorsak, will go out and hand deliver the baseball to Matt Seelinger, give Max McDowell a breather. The brothers in pain back there. The catchers and umpires both know the feeling of the ball It bounces up and catches a piece of you. So Luke Ritter, 0 for 2 in the day with a couple of strikeouts, facing Matt Seelinger. 1-0 pitch. Way inside, it's 2-0. Ritter, 0 for 4 yesterday with 4 strikeouts, 0 for 2 today with 2 more. Seelinger, 2-0 pitch. Beats it off his foot now at the plate. So now Ritter has some commisery with Max McDowell as well. As McDowell took one off a foot or the leg on the pitch in the dirt, and now Ritter bounced a foul ball off of his foot. So the count now 2 balls and a strike. Griff McGarry started, he went 5. Matt Seelinger worked a 1-2-3-6. And now faces 3, 4, and 5 in the Binghamton order here in the 7th. Two-one pitch coming. Up high, ball 3. Gary walked 2, he struck out 8. Three-one pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, Ritter just trying to figure it out. He's going to call a timeout. I said this after the last at bat. He's got to be wondering what happened. He was ridiculously hot going into the last night's game. In the last 24 hours, he's that quickly lost it, struck out 6 straight times. 3-2 pitch coming from Seelinger. Fouls this one at the plate, and that's going to get a piece of McDowell again. Max has taken a couple of pitches, foul tips. Got hit in the helmet earlier in this game as well. He'll no doubt sit in game 2 of this doubleheader. Second game will start 30 minutes after this one is complete. And then when that one's complete, it's Mega Blast fireworks, largest in stadium history tonight here at FirstEnergy Stadium. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Ritter. Ripped into left field, and that's a base hit. And so there it is, the first hit of the game for the Rumble Ponies. And Luke Ritter breaks up the no-hitter. We kept it quiet for as long as we could until Ritter ends it. Now the focus turns to making sure you win the ball game. You had a 1-run lead to protect here. It's 1-0. And the cleanup hitter, Jose Peroza, comes to the plate with the tying run at first base here at the top half of the 7th inning. So that ends the drama in terms of the no-hitter. It goes 6 full. And now Peroza, who's 0 for 2 bats. That first pitch from Seelinger's up high for a ball. The last no-hitter in Reading Phil's history, combined no-hitter that is, came in 2021, July 3rd of 2021. 1-0 pitch. Just misses inside, and it is 1 ball and 2 balls and no strike. Francisco Morales and Zach Warren, Kyle Dowie and Brian Marconi versus Erie was that combined no-hitter for the Reading Fightin' Phils. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, comes up empty. Some activity in the Phils bullpen. Brett Schultz now up and throwing for Reading. Right now, Binghamton's bullpen is quiet. If in fact they tie this thing up and send it into the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball kind of squirted out of the hands of Seelinger a little bit on that one, and now it's 3-1. Dom Hamill had the same situation in that last inning. The pitch just kind of squirted out of him trying to snap off a curveball. So now the count 3-1 to Peroza. Hit hard and off the glove of Matthew Kroon, and it rolls down to the bullpen. Ethan Wilson will pick it up, and both runners will move up to second and third. So that will go as a double for Peroza. It's a tough play for Kroon, diving to his right and down the line, and took a hop on him that it glanced off of his glove and rolled all the way to the bullpen. And as a result of the slow roller, Ethan Wilson to go a long way. Allows Ritter to move up to third and Peroza to go to second on the double. So now second and third for the Ponies, and nobody out, and that's going to get a visit from Brad Burgesson at the mound, the pitching coach coming out for the Phils. As I said, Brett Schultz is up and warming up in the Reading bullpen. As Seelinger cruised through the 6th, struck out 2 of the 3 batters he faced. Now he's in trouble here in the 7th. 2 on, nobody out. Brandon McElwain is the hitter. #12th double of the season for Jose Peroza. So now the Ponies have the tying run at 3rd, the go-ahead run at 2nd. And as I said, when Ritter got the base hit that broke up the no-hitter, now you got to worry about preserving the win. Phil's up 1-0 with 2 on and no out here in the top of the 7th. McElwain 0 for 2 on the day. Lines this one to right field. McCarthy Tatum breaks back and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Ritter will tag and move up and score, and the game is tied at 1. Peroza also able to tag up and move up to 3rd base. So that will go as a sacrifice fly and an RBI for McElwain. That's his 28th RBI of the season. We're now tied at 1 apiece. It's 1 down in the inning. And here comes Al Padrique, and that's going to do it for Seelinger. So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen will be a pitching change for the Phils, as Brett Schultz now will come on and try to get the final 2 outs here in the 7th. We'll take a timeout, back with more after this on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses,
empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us. We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Youngsters can
Be the
benefit
first to
from
know
the many
everything
life
about
lessons
your Reading Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a baseball
disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit baseball.
So the Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. As we said, going to break, it is Brett Schultz coming in for Reading, and he'll face Augustin Ruiz. Phil's not out of the woods yet. Man on 3rd base, and now 1 out for Ruiz, who is 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, both of them coming against Griff McGarry. Infield up to try to cut off the lead run, and this one ripped into right field and hooking foul. Looked like trouble off the bat. The left-handed hitting Augustin Ruiz, hooking that one and ultimately landing foul, harmlessly out of play.
That one was certainly close.
Again, the go-ahead run 90 feet away. 0-1 now as Brett Schultz delivers. Off-speed pitch, and Ruiz is way out in front of it. Now Schultz has him 0-2. 18th appearance for Brett Schultz. 2-4 with a 7.50 earned run average, 29 strikeouts and 9 walks in 18 innings of work. That's what he's looking for here, is a strikeout. 0-2 pitch. Augustin Ruiz holds up, and it's now 1-2. Base hit by Luke Ritter, a double by Jose Peroza, sacrifice fly by Brandon McElwain. With Peroza moving up to 3rd, that's where we are. Tie game at 1-1. 1-2 pitch coming from Brett Schultz. swing and a miss. McDowell will run it down, has to take a look back, throws the first in time, and Ruiz a strikeout victim. So Brett Schultz gets what he's looking for there and a strikeout, and that's 2 down.
Now you can breathe a little easier if you're the Fightin' Phils here. Infield is up, now it can come back, but still got to get O'Neill out.
And that's the best part of all of that is now the infield can go back and just get a play at first on any ground ball. So Matt O'Neill now will bat. He's 0 for 1. He did walk against McGarry and grounded out. Facing right-handed pitching Brett Schultz. Curveball and a beauty. Right there for a called strike. Phils will have 9-1 and 2 up. Due up in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That's Max McDowell, Madison Stokes, and Carlos De La Cruz. A 1 pitch coming from Brett Schultz. Tapped towards third. Kroon, it's foul ball. Matthew Kroon fielded it behind the bag. Third base umpire Tyler Whitty was right there, and he immediately called foul. So now it's no balls and 2 strikes to the batter, Matt O'Neill.
Got 2 strikes. See if Schultz can get a put-away pitch here to O'Neill and send this one to the bottom of the 7th. Almost said 9th, because that's what it feels like right now.
In essence, that's what it is here in this first game of a doubleheader. Wonder how many people who are still coming into this game, because we're just coming up to what would normally be the starting time for the Saturday night game, wondering what they were walking into with almost a no-hitter going on. And ended in here in the 7th. 0-2 pitch. Checked his swing, they'll appeal, and he went around. And Brett Schultz gets back-to-back strikeouts to end the rally for the Ponies. But they do get a run. They do it on 2 hits. They leave 1. And it is to the bottom of the 7th. And it's winning time for the Phils when we come back in a 1-1 tie.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes.
So to the bottom of the 7th we go. As Jake said, it kind of feels like the 9th because, again, this is scheduled as a 7-inning game as part of the doubleheader. So, in essence, it's just like the bottom of the 9th. And the Phils and the Ponies will make some changes. The Alvernia University Golden Wolves call the bullpen for Binghamton. Will bring in right-handed pitcher Trey McLaughlin. And Al Padrique and his coaching staff will counter with the leadoff man due was Max McDowell. Instead, they'll bring up one of his counterparts at catcher and Cody Roberts to bat. So McDowell was 0 for 1, hit by a pitch his last time up. So Cody Roberts will lead off for the Phils here in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order, Madison Stokes in the on-deck circle as McLaughlin delivers his first pitch outside for a ball. One-0 pitch, and that's ball 2.
Here in game number 54 of the season. It is just the 4th time Al Padrique has gone to a bat off his bench mid-game.
Swing and a miss here, and it's now 2-1. It's also only the 4th appearance for Trey McLaughlin in a Binghamton Pony uniform this season. Now Cody Roberts will call a timeout with 2 balls and a strike. There's just not a whole lot of versatility terms of the roster itself, with only 3 position players not in the lineup with a designated hitter. And for this roster, 2 of them are catchers. As Cody Roberts takes one for a called strike. The other active position player, in addition to Cam Cannon, is Herbert Iser, who's also a catcher. So it's now 2-2 to Cody Roberts leading off the 7th. Check swing, and it's a slow roller. McLaughlin will field it, toss it to first in time for out number 1.
Shortstop Madison Stokes.
Turns things back to the top of the lineup now to Stokes. De La Cruz on deck. Let's see if they can get something rolling here.
Great effort from Dom Hamill for the Ponies. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, a run, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. The walks are what hurt him. He had 2 walks before the base hit from McCarthy Tatum that allowed the Phils to score the run in the 4th inning. Stokes 0 for 3 on the night, takes 1 for a called strike. Madison in a little bit of a funk as well, as we've talked about with some of the other Phils in the lineup. He's now 2 for 16 in this series with his 0 for 3. This one tapped towards the hole. It's short. Wyatt Young backhands, long throw, and a good one in time to get Stokes at first for out number 2.
Well, here's a guy who one swing can certainly end this ball game.
Why not back-to-back nights, Jake Starr? Why not?
See if he can do it here.
Carlos De La Cruz with the game-winning base hit in last night's game to walk it off. That was a base hit. He'll step to the plate here for the Fightins. 0 for 2 in the night, walked into first, struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. De La Cruz leads the team in home runs. What do you think he's thinking here? Is he thinking just get me on base? Or think they'll give him a free rein to take a hack? First pitch, a ball. Glocken comes back with the 1-0 pitch. This one lifted straight away into center field and not deep. Rudick has it in his sights. He'll make the catch, and for the 2nd straight night, we are headed to extra innings. This one to the 8th when we come back. The score, Binghamton 1, Reading 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
So we are now officially in extra innings. I know it says it's the 8th, but this is extra innings in this doubleheader. So the baseball rules, they will start with a runner on second base. And Mariano Duncan's going to try to make some strategy out of this, as he'll put in Joe Swazi as the runner. Matt O'Neill made the last out of the 7th. So by rule, he is the runner at second. And instead of having the catcher O'Neill run, they'll put Joe Swazi into pinch run. Jose Mena will bat for the Ponies, facing Brett Schultz, who came in and got the last 2 outs of the 7th. Swazi takes his lead off of second. Pitch over for a called strike. The vast majority of people do not like the rule that puts a runner on second base in extra innings, but it's designed to try to get the game over with without burning out pitching stabs. Especially, it's 2 games of a doubleheader tonight. There's a swing and a miss, and Schultz quickly gets ahead of Mena, no balls and 2 strikes. Mena struck out in his 2 plate appearances previously in this one. Schultz takes a look back to second. This one popped up into center field. Johan Rojas will catch it. Swazi won't even think about tagging up against the strong arm of Johan Rojas. That's out number 1.
I was going to say, there's no way that with how shallow Rojas was and all the momentum he had behind him, Swazi was even going to think about tagging up there.
So that will bring up Wyatt Young. Young, the 9-hole hitter, 0 for 2 on the night. So Brett Schultz has come into this situation where he came into in the 7th with a man on third base and 1 out, got out of it. Now he's got a man on second and 1 out. And Young fouls this one out of play. First game of this doubleheader started at 5:15. It was a small but building crowd. It's built. It is a great crowd on hand here for game 2 of the doubleheader. The Mega Blast fireworks to follow. Don't forget game 6, the series finale tomorrow at 5:15 here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Fans run the bases after the game. Tickets remain at 610-370-BALL, or you can do your ordering online at ourphils.com. 1 ball and 1 strike to Wyatt Young. Left-handed hitter facing the right-hander Schultz, who comes with a breaking ball and a good one for a strike. And he's again ahead in the count 1-2. Brett Schultz had emerged as the Phils' high leverage guy, their closer for a couple weeks, and then kind of lost that spot to Tyler McKay. He's pitched well so far in high leverage spots in this one. 1-2 pitch. Young lays off and it's low. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Reading bullpen is quiet as Young slashes this one into the 67 club. Hit umbrella first, absorbed the sting, and a fan picks it up off a carom the smart way. Pick it up off a carom. Let something else absorb the hot shot. That one was one of those umbrellas protecting the fans in the 67 club. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Young. Holds up. Cody Roberts stayed in as the catcher. He thought it was a strike. Brett Schultz thought it was a strike. So too did the Reading Phil's dugout. They're letting Ethan Gorsak know what they thought of the pitch as well. Now the count is full to Young.
Gorsak gave him a little stare down too.
Joe Swazi, the runner at second. Good size lead. 3-2 pitch. Outside, ball 4. It's a great at bat by Wyatt Young to work the walk.
Thing is, worst case here, you put the double play in order.
Correct. Matt Rudick now will bat. Rudick also a left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Did walk back in the 4th inning. Had an 8-game hitting streak snapped last night. First pitch, fouled straight back. 93 miles in a fastball from Brett Schultz. Schultz, the 3rd pitcher of the night. Griff McGarry went the first 5. Matt Seelinger with a perfect 6, ran into trouble in the 7th. Brett Schultz now here in the 8th. This one ripped into right field. McCarthy Tatum running back, still going back, and it is out of here. Matt Rudick with a 3-run home run, and that quickly. It's a 4-1 Binghamton lead.
Back-breaking home run there by Rudick. Took an off-speed pitch. So it's down in the zone. Just dropped the head of the bat on it and put it right over that rack train, signing right. 95 off the bat, 361 feet. And Binghamton, after pretty much being quiet all day, our Phillies had control of this one. Pretty much through 6+ innings, have snatched it back.
So that will bring up Rowdy Jordan. Jordan 0 for 3 on the day. And This one tapped to the right side. Podko ranges to his right. He'll need Brett Schultz for the assist and gets it for out number 2. That'll bring up Luke Ritter. Ritter is the guy that broke up the no-hitter in the 7th. Came around to score the run that tied it up for Binghamton. Home run surrendered by Brett Schultz is his 3rd. All of them have been backbreakers. The Phils will have their work to do when they get to the plate in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Ritter is low for a ball. Ritter broke an 0 for 6 with that base hit and broke up the no-hitter at the same time. The 1-0 pitch is over for a called strike. It's the 9th home run of the year for Matt Rudick. It's also RBIs number 29, 30, and 31. That's team high for the guy who's their leadoff hitter. 1-1 pitch. On the outside corner for a called strike 2. Ponies bullpen is quiet, so it would appear that Trey McLaughlin will get a second inning of work for Binghamton. This one's in the dirt. Now the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. David Parkinson gets the start in game 2 for the Fightins. Another top prospect in the Mets organization, Mike Vassell, will pitch for Binghamton. Vassell, right-hander, Parkinson, a left-hander. 2-2 pitch from Schultz. Breaking ball, Ritter tries to hold up. It's over for a called strike 3. That will do it for Binghamton in the 8th, but damage is done. They put 3 runs across. They do it on just 1 hit, but it was a big one, a 3-run home run. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Last chance for the Fightins. They need 3 to tie and 4 to win.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit.
A couple of changes for the Ponies. Joe Swazi, who came on to pinch run, stays in the game at first base. And Jose Mena, who had been at first base, now goes into the catching spot, vacated by Matt O'Neill, that's who Swazi pinch ran for. So now it's the Phils who will get a man on second base. The last man to make it out in the 7th for the Fightins was Carlos De La Cruz. So they positioned him at second base. And now the Phils, who need 3 to tie and 4 to win it, will send Johan Rojas, Oliver Dunn, and Matthew Kroon to the plate here in the 8th, facing Trey McLaughlin. McLaughlin worked a 6th inning in which he gave up a hit to Ethan Wilson, a double to Ethan Wilson. Rojas 0 for 3 on the night. 1-0 the count to him. Fouls this one out of play, and it's 1-1. Infield plays Rojas straight away. Outfield plays him pretty well straight away as well. But the center fielder, Matt Rudick, is awfully shallow, especially in comparison to Ruiz in right and Ritter in left. As Rojas fouls this one out of play again, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rojas calling time at the plate. Steps back in. Facing Trey McLaughlin, the right-handed pitcher. Big swing, no contact. Johan Rojas, a strikeout victim for the second time tonight. 1 out here in the 8th.
A nice job by McLaughlin climbing the ladder there. Gets Rojas to swing and miss. Those high pitches can be enticing up towards the eye level because they look good, but hard to catch up with, especially those faster balls.
They short-changed McLaughlin. I said he gave up the double to Ethan Wilson. That was actually a charge to Hamill. McLaughlin pitched a perfect 1-2-3 7th inning as he now faces Oliver Dunn. And an off-speed pitch that Dunn's way out in front of and swings through it. So quickly ahead of Dunn now, no balls and a strike. Dunn 0 for 2 on the night, did walk and score the Phils run back in the 4th inning. This one tapped towards the right side. Rowdy Jordan, the second baseman, will make the play to first in plenty of time. De La Cruz moves up to third base, but now the Phils are down to their final at bat, their final out.
See if they can fight back here. If not, have to turn the page quickly on the game 2.
Matthew Kroon now the hitter. A little bit of a frustrating night for Matthew at the plate. Couple of strikeouts and a fly out to right field in his 3 plate appearances. They've been very hot in this series at 7 for 12 before the 0 for 3 tonight. Tries to check his swing here, and he did indeed check it. And that one's over at the letters for a called strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. This one hit towards the right side, fumbled by Swazi, but he has enough time to beat Kroon to the bag, and that will be the 3rd and final out. And so a game that had so much promise for the Phils ends, unfortunately for Reading, in defeat. The final score, Binghamton 4, Reading 1. We'll take a timeout, back with a brief post-game show and wrap up game 1 here from FirstEnergy Stadium after this.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our-Phils fans, see an Our-Phils road game, meet with an Our-Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our-Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our-Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our-Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our-Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Welcome to the post-game show where the Reading Fightin' Phils fall in game 1 of the doubleheader by a final score of 4-1. We talked at the beginning of this baseball game about the fact that this could be a pitcher's duel with a couple of high-ranked prospects, Dom Hamill for the Mets and Griff McGarry for the Phils on the mound, and it was indeed exactly that one. as both McGarry and Hamill were on their game throughout most of this ballgame. Phils finally got the first run of the game. It was in the 4th inning thanks to a couple of walks. Oliver Dunn walked, Ethan Wilson walked, and then a base hit by McCarthy Tatum brought in Oliver Dunn for, at the time, the first run, and for most of this game, the only run. It was 1-0 heading to the top of the 7th. Griff McGarry went 5 innings, did not give up a hit, a run, walked 2, and struck out 8. Then it was Matt Seelinger to come on for the 6th, and he pitched a perfect 6th inning, including a couple of strikeouts, and so we went to the 7th with the possibility of a win and a no-hitter for the Fightin' Phils. And Luke Ritter ended that quickly. He led off the 7th inning with a base hit. Jose Peraza then hit a double down the third baseline to put runners at second and third and nobody out. Brandon McElwain hit a fly ball to right fielder McCarthy Tatum. It was deep enough to score the run for Luke Ritter to come home with the game-tying run. The Phils then went to the bullpen and brought in Brett Schultz, who did a great job to get the next 2 hitters out on strikeouts and send us to the bottom of the 7th in a 1-1 tie. Phils facing Trey McLaughlin, who came on in relief of Dom Hamill. Went 1-2-3 in the 7th, and then back to the 8th, and then that's when Binghamton broke this one open. They put a runner on base to start it in extra innings. Then a walk to Wyatt Young, and then the leadoff man, Matt Rudick, hit the 3-run home run off of Brett Schultz to break it open at 4-1. And Reading unable to capitalize with anything in the bottom of the 8th with a man starting on second base. They go 1-2-3 to end the ball game. So the win will go to McLaughlin. The loss will go to Brett Schultz. Again, a great job by Dom Hamill to start. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, a run, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. And again, McGarry outstanding as well for the Phils, but it's Binghamton who comes up with the win. 4 runs on 3 hits, an error, and only 1 man left on base for Binghamton. For Reading, 1 run on 7 hits, no errors, and 7 men left on base. Again, McLaughlin will get the win. He's now 1-0. Brett Schultz takes the loss. He is now 2-4. Time of the game, 2 hours and 11 minutes. And again, this is game 1 of the doubleheader. Game 2 coming your way at approximately 7:55. We'll be back on the air at about 7:50 or so with our abbreviated pregame show for game 2 of the doubleheader here at FirstEnergy Stadium. Binghamton with the win in game 1. The Ponies are now 26-28. Reading falls to 21-33 with the loss. The final score one more time, Binghamton 4, Reading 1. For my colleague in the broadcast booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thanks for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils baseball here on the Reading Phillies radio network. Again, that will do it for game 1. We'll be back at about 7:50 for the start of game 2 of the Phils and the Ponies. We'll look forward to talking to you then. Thanks for listening, everyone.